I struggled with trading for more than 2 years, and when I finally got the hang of it and started making progress, I decided to go into prop firms. And the moment I started going into prop firms, that's when everything started tearing down. There were two major things I was encountering. Okay, I was encountering first, staying too long before I pass a challenge. And the other one I was encountering was blowing a challenge too fast. Now, it started with me blowing a challenge too fast. So my first account I got, I think I lost it in 3 days. That was my foreign funds back then. I lost it in 3 days, and it was me gambling, doing a lot of things. And on a normal, before I bought that account, I had a strategy, I had an approach. But from the pressure of trying to pass, because back then there used to be this number of days limit. So that pressure to pass, I destroyed my account. I risked anyhow, I gambled, and I failed it. So when this happened, I was very traumatized. Okay, I decided to start following my plan, risking small and all that. And guess what? This was even worse, because I would try my best, hold the account, trade it religiously, and then I'll be close to passing, or I'll be halfway, and guess what? The time limit will expire. So this was like the cycles I kept going through. And whenever these things happen, I usually get so depressed and I'll change my strategy. I always would find something to tweak. Maybe the time I trade, or the pairs I trade, or my strategy, I would tweak something, because to me, failing a prop firm means I'm a failed trader, or failing a prop firm means I don't know what I am doing. So it always make me start trying to change something. Now, God so kind, when my funded FX came with the whole no time limit stuff and every other prop firm started copying, I was happy again, because I was like, okay, now we have a limited time. And now what happened to me was even worse. I will hold one challenge for like months, close to a year. It kept happening and it was no fun. I might just hold one phase one account for 8-9 months, close to a year. Why was that? Because I was risking very tiny, 0.25% or max 0.5%. I was really conservative, because the financial place I was very dark, and I was trying to escape poverty. So I couldn't afford to lose this account. And what happened is I kept going in cycles. So this was my problem, and that's exactly why I'm making this video. Until you approach a prop firm like a gambler, you're never passing that shit. A prop firm challenge is very different from a funded account, and the both of them are very different from personal accounts. The true test of trading is in a personal account, whereby you'll be tested for your consistency, how long you can grow an account, how long you can continue to profit from one account without blowing. That's the true test. But prop firm is a whole lot of gambling environment, and conservative trading will not win in this prop firm space, and I'm going to tell you why in this video. Now, first, the account you're purchasing is not the real account you're trading. What I mean is that if you buy a 10k account, the account you actually bought is a 1k account. Why? The overall drawdown in that account is $1,000. So there's no sense thinking that you bought a 10k, because you don't have access to that kind of drawdown. Your highest overall drawdown is 10%, and that's 1k. So it means you are risking, for instance, 0.5% of that account. It means you're risking 5% on your 1k account. And guess what? That's over risking, is it not? So you're already forced to be in that gambling environment, trying to trade conservatively make you just too slow. So this is the exact plan that got me funded after this whole struggle and got payouts. Most of my students understand this style and they're cashing out already. So number one on the plan, have a solid trading plan. Now, when I mean a solid trading plan, I'm not trying to tell you just some only technical strategies. You have to know that for a military to succeed in a war, they need to have a particular plan how to invade their enemy and how to protect themselves. All of this plan is needed, or else they are just going to die in any war they go for. So this is the same thing in trading. So many of you are buying these accounts, you don't have your clear entry plan, your clear exit plan. You don't have how you manage your trades. You don't have how to find direction, how to get entry. You don't have everything stable. There is one idea to have many knowledge in your head. You watch ICT channel, you just know so much, and you're using anyone that comes to your mind or anyone you see. You have so many variables, so many entry models, so many ideas that come to your head, and you execute on all, and you think you know. That this is not a trading plan. Okay, a trading plan is you working with something that you're very sure of that works, and you're not sure of it because they told you. You're sure of it because you have tested it yourself. Most times when people join my mentorship, I always tell them, this strategy I'm giving to you, now go do this assignment, generate 100 trades from repeating this thing. The reason is because you don't need to take my word for it. You have to go and try that strategy and see for yourself, gather data, because when things are going rough, when things are not going well, that confidence will come from the data you have built, that yes, this thing I'm trading works. So if you're watching me right now and you don't even have 100 to 1000 trade sample of your edge playing out, you just have to stop trying to buy any challenge and go back to the drawing board and make sure you have a simple entry model, directional bias criteria, you have a simple exit pattern like me, 2 arrow, I'm out of the trade, no complications, no guessing, no extending of TP, no shifting of stop loss, everything strict rules. Now when you have this proven tested rules, that takes us to the next plan. Buy account you can afford to lose 3 times. Now the thing is this, if you're broke, you mess up with prop firms. You want to have that amount to purchase that same kind of account 3 solid times. So let's assume if you have $1000 in your bank account, first of all, how much percentage of that money can you spare 3 times? Okay, so for instance, most people can spare $100 to get a 10k account. Well, you should keep $300 aside. Now, regardless of what you do with your remaining account balance, knowing that you have $300 left for trading, even if this one blows, you know you have something to fall on, will help you be calm and not rush things. And also, when you're in a losing streak or in a drawdown, you're not going to feel like the world is against you. So that is one hack that really helps me. And the only way to be in this position is to have a side hustle. If you're broke, you're jobless, you don't have anything to do, I'm sorry, trading cannot just work for you. So you need to have somewhere this inflow of money is coming, where you want to get prop firms from, because personal capital in 2025 is not going to make you as much as prop firm, because personal capital requires you to risk very tiny and the leverage is very low. Because think about it, you need an actual $100,000 to train a 100k personal account, but in prop firms you need $500 to have access to that amount. Now even if yes, the drawdown is everything, but you can still risk 1% on this 100k account to make 2%, that's $2,000, and exactly the same thing you do with your real funds to still make 2,000. If it takes you $100,000 to make 2k as 2%, but then it takes you $500 to still make the same 2k, think about it, the leverage with prop firms is higher. And I know disadvantage comes with it, but if you know how to handle prop firms very well, you enjoy it. So it's best to focus on prop firms, and you need a side hustle that will generate money to keep buying prop firms, to keep testing your skill. Because even if you get funded, you want to scale, right? And even if you scale, you want to get different funding from different prop firms. So you need a side income until trading is able to take care of your income full time. That's when you can quit. The next plan is risk 1% when you're above BE and risk 0.5% when you are below BE. So when you're break even and above, it's smart to risk 1% because you want to pass fast. You don't want to waste time like me that would waste so long for many months just trying to pass phase 1. You want to pass fast, right? But the reason I don't recommend 2% risk is because I trade 2 times max every day, and I think you should have a max number of trades you have a day so that you don't over trade. I trade 2 times max, and if I'm risking 2% on both, that's 4%. Now what happens if news or slippage hits me and then it makes me hit 5% daily drawdown? Think about it, I've lost the account, so I don't want to even go close. So I want to risk 1% so that max trade for the day is 2% and I'm not even close. And even if any slippage happen, I'm not losing daily drawdown. So 1% when I'm above BE, and now when I'm below BE, I want to give myself more time to breathe. I want to give myself more time for my edge to play out, to take me out of drawdown. So I'm going to risk 0.5% so that my equity curve would start flattening from that period and not go on a consistent dip. The fourth plan is avoid any trade that carries the slightest doubt. Everybody knows that it's a very important thing to follow your plan and stick to your plan and all, but most people fail to talk about how sometimes that same plan you trade doesn't just look right in your eyes. Sometimes it just looks so messed up. The whole market does not look good because the order block you want to trade from is not clear, the structure is not clear, things are like that. Will your plan work perfectly in such conditions? I doubt. Okay, so when the market is not clear enough, when your POIs are not clear, everything is not certain, don't trade, because this is a prop firm and little mistake can land you in a very deep drawdown, and coming out from drawdown is going to take you time, and the truth is you want to pass as fast as possible. So avoid shitty conditions and stay out. There is a Telegram channel where I post all my trade ideas, and I post psychological tips that will help you keep focus and be disciplined in trading. Every of these valuable informations, you get them for free, and they are all on my Telegram channel. If you click on the description, that's going to be the second link on the description to that Telegram channel. Do have to click on that link and join. So the fifth plan is after 5 wins or losses, drop your risk to half. There is something I do. After 5 wins, most people will have so much euphoria, start dreaming of things they'll buy and the lifestyle they'll live, and they often make mistakes. And even if you don't make mistake, every single win you get, according to statistics, every single win you get in the market brings you closer to a loss, and every single loss you get brings you closer to a win. Now, this is if you're following your plan very consistently. If you have 5 wins in a row, the chances of the sixth being a loss is very high, close to 100% chance. Very close to 100% chance. So what should you do? Drop your risk to half. Now, if you're at BE or in profits, you have to drop your risk to 0.5% for the next 3 trades. Why? Just for you to calm down and remove the euphoria. And if there's any losing streak coming, you would not lose much to that 3 trades that went by. And now, if this happens when you're below break even, where you're risking 0.5%, drop your risk to 0.25%. This is going to protect you. Now, if you've had 5 losses in a row, the chances that the market is not suitable for your edge is very high. You have to drop your risk to half again. I've met traders executing their rules back to back but still below profit. That is because market condition is bad. So one way to find out that the market condition is bad is when you start having very terrible streaks of losses like 5. If you're following your plan to the T, you do not cause any problem, you do not do any emotional decision, and you hit 5 loss streak, then it's smart to half it. And if you're above BE, you use 0.5%. If you're below BE, you use 0.25%, which is the half of the normal one you use below BE. Now, this is going to help you so much. And when are you going to increase your risk back? The moment you have 1 win, you just need one win. Once you get that 1 win, you can now increase your risk back to normal. And the last one is when you get funded, risk 0.5% on every trade. Now, when you're funded, you need to understand that you have to play it safe and you have to be more consistent. You just need 2-3% and you ask for payout. The reason is because you want to get consistent payouts before the profit goes under, or before you mistakenly break any rule, or before a bad market condition hits you. So that's why I recommend the 0.5%, because it's going to help you more conservative, more consistent. And again, even when you're risking 0.5%, if you've gotten streaks of losses, 5 loss or 5 wins, you know you have to drop your risk to 0.25%. And this is how I've been able to consistently back payouts from this market and help other people do the same. If you stick to this plan, you're going to experience the same. And if you're watching me and you need personal guide, personal assistance, you want to work with me directly to make sure you carry out all this plan with intense close corner supervision, then you message me. And how do you message me? Go to the description. The first link is my Telegram DM. Just send me help. And there's something I do. I'm going to first of all assess you. I'm going to know where your problem is. And some traders do not have problems with strategy. If I meet such traders, I test their strategy. I look at it. And when I'm done testing the strategy, I can tell if it's going to work long term or if it's not going to work long term. Then we replace it. If it's going to work long term, then I give you ideas on how you can repolish it. And then the other thing is about risk management, how to track your psychology, how to eliminate bad psychologies like fear, greed, and other arms of fear like fear of missing out, fear of losing. Personally going to guide you to eliminate this syndrome, just as I've done these other students of mine in the academy. I'll see you guys in the next video, and this video coming up is going to be very helpful to your trading journey. Do well to watch it. Peace.